You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Betas After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Betas After Show.
Hey there, Betas fans. Hold on. I love
there
that.
There it is.
I love it. Welcome to the Betas After Show. We're doing episode 105, taking it to the streets. I'm Matt Lieberman. Joining me on the panel, as always, is the fantastic Mr. Patrick Dees. How you doing, Patrick?
I'm doing great, Maddie. Yourself?
I'm doing very well.
Excellent.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
First after show of 2014.
Big time.
Very exciting. And we have great guests.
Doing it
as
the right
always.
way.
Yes. Evan Endicott has returned, co-creator and executive producer.
It's a pleasure being back.
Yes. And we have...
I missed y'all.
We missed you, too. We missed you. It's been too long. And
Josh threw some good Bardukins, though, for you.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that.
Okay. Yeah, some sweet
Saw it
Bardukins.
on the internet.
That's where you go to see fun things, people being idiots. We also have, we're very lucky to have Jon Daly in the studio with us today.
Hey guys, what's up?
Yeah.
Welcome, man.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Jon, of course, plays Hobbs on Betas, and we're so happy to have him.
Thanks.
So we're doing 2 episodes tonight. We're just gonna be talking about episode 5 in this one, but Hobbs is on a dark path, man. He took a turn.
Yes.
Poor guy.
Was
He's
he
through
ever
the
not
ringer.
on a dark path?
I know, but it was mostly just like, funny.
Oh, okay.
And now it's like, oh boy.
Tragic.
Yeah.
He's in like, Job phase. Everything's piling up. He's been loyal. He feels he's been a good citizen, but he ends up homeless. He ends up his wife is with a man that he tried to kill him.
His
years
Newman.
earlier. His truly is Newman, John Carlo.
Yes.
And he
then
finds out a lot of things are revealed in this episode. And
So let's jump right into it. So BRB has been hacked. We see in this opening scene, Jordan Alexis returns, the lovely Madeline Zima,
Indeed.
On a date with just this oafish lout of a man who just can't stop talking about this like move from football that's been banned.
The horse
The horse collar tackle.
Horse collar tackle.
I love that he went to demonstrate it. Can we just say that?
And not just
Icing
once,
on the
but
cake.
he did it on 2 different dates.
that guy
So
was a
good.
strikingly handsome man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He was in Fabio territory.
It was
actually.
ridiculous.
We were discussing
Yeah,
Fabio
I
earlier.
would say like Fabio would look him up and down and walk away from him and go, "Come on,
He's
you're a child." But
well, there's
but,
he's powerfully physiqued.
yeah, he's
Is that a
powerfully
word?
physiqued. And
Physiqued?
he's powerfully faced. His
Powerfully
face,
chiseled. in the
angled. Yeah, I
cheekbone
could
area.
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
crazy powerful.
A polygonal face.
What is his name? I'm sorry, Demetrios, or is that his character's name?
I don't know.
This is character.
But your point is,
Sorry,
he
bro.
could,
What a dick. What a dick I am.
your point is that he could probably get away with it. He's so handsome that
Yeah.
even a girl would put up with a horse collar.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
used
okay,
to
yeah.
not having to have much gain.
Right.
You know how people have 8-packs? That guy has a 9-pack. He's one ab.
It's like the special
underneath
offer, like
his ass.
Right beneath the
Centered.
sternum.
Okay. Yeah. I like
no,
One
it's like when Natty Ice dropped 1 ounce from their cans, and were able to add 2 more, and it's like the
right.
32 rack.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and they got the little the thing on the top so it pours more smooth.
Yeah. the
We
little-
gotta get that for
Wide
Betas.
mouth? What's
Betas season 2. We're drinking wide mouth.
Wide mouth tech.
Yeah,
all
wide
right.
mouth tech. It's cutting edge. You got to be on top of it if this is the cutting edge show. We've been led to believe it is.
Yeah.
So BRB has been hacked, and Hobbs, as the head of security, what happened, man?
Yeah.
Is the big question.
Yeah, and I can tell that the hack, the person had intimate knowledge of my hackery,
Right.
of my programming skills.
Well, as we come to learn, it was Mitchell. It wasn't really necessarily.
Dude, spoiler alert.
Whoa!
Well, now anyone
Hey, man,
who's
whoa! No, that's fucked up. I'm coming after Buzz. You ruined episode 5 for a lot of people who like the show.
wait,
No, this is after.
Right.
They've all seen
That'll
this.
be like, and then Mitchell.
Let me break it down.
We
to
did
you,
before Buzz
okay?
this morning,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're a
Before
little-
Buzz, right?
Oh,
Yes.
So we don't. There are Newman. Okay.
By the
We
way,
don't
I'm
talk
Jay.
about-
I'm JK. I don't care. I don't think Betas is a show that suffers super hard from spoilers.
No.
Yeah.
I can see
No.
It's more a fun ride.
Yeah, it's a fun ride, and you know, people they watch it, they buzz, and then they go after the buzz to hear.
After Buzz.
That's
Don't
the
do the
process.
Look at how you
Buzz
did
show.
that.
Don't go to Before Buzz. Those guys
go.
are a-holes.
Total assholes.
But as you were saying, Mitchell.
As I was saying, so Mitchell's responsible, but it's mostly him just having an ADHD freak out.
Yeah,
So it's not even necessarily like a malicious targeting of your specific set of coding skills.
No, he just he takes or he doesn't have his ADHD medication, and so he can't remember the.
Yeah, he just can't undo the work.
can't undo the work.
Why was it that he didn't have it again? I can't remember.
I don't know why.
I don't. That's just where did that go?
What flaw? What? Well, I took it all.
Yeah,
you're
what-
right,
I
right.
think he
That's
doesn't
exactly
push
why.
it.
Right.
What flaw is it that why didn't he just come out right away and say it? That was my whole question. What was he scared of?
He doesn't
Oh,
want to have
I
to.
think he was scared of Trey firing him.
Yeah,
I
scared
think
of Trey. I think
he's young. He's the new addition to the team, and I think he just because of his youth, like he didn't realize they would get over this if he came
you're the
clean.
producer,
Yeah.
so obviously whatever you say is probably right. But can I just say what I thought, like from watching?
I wanna hear that.
Well, frankly, I don't think he wants to admit out loud that he and Mickey are not compatible.
That's where I was.
Actually, that's the correct.
That's where I
answer,
was coming
so.
from.
Yeah.
You win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. That's true.
Oh, that and he didn't want Mickey to know
Because
just
he
so
believes so
overtly.
much in BRB. He believes
Exactly.
in
As
it, even more than real life.
Well, I mean, he owns stock in it. If it doesn't match him up with his dream girl, that can't be right.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's absolutely true. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
He's a company man.
He's a company man. He toes the company line, except for when Cooch is involved.
Yeah.
Yes. So you and Trey go off on a fantastic adventure
Yes.
to discover the culprit, and your first thought, okay, is your old nemesis Giancarlo,
Yep.
who once tried to kill you with a closet full of bees.
Yes, closet full of his own bees.
His own personal
believe it was a
bees.
shed.
A shed. full of
Shed.
bees.
Okay.
Okay, I knew
shed
there
full
was
of
a
bees.
door involved.
He
It was
opened the door
made
to his
of-
own shed of bees.
Yes.
Your bees.
The fantastic Cedric Yarborough,
Yes.
Yes.
who was very funny on the show. I love his weird hair.
Gets a callback or two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, does it?
Great,
Oh,
Yeah.
Excellent. Good.
Okay. Jerry Curl Jones,
I thought he looked a bit like a chia pet.
he looked like a chia
Yeah.
pet.
He looks like Lanny Kravitz or something. Like that.
Lanny Kravitz.
Yeah, like his cousin.
not like Lonnie
yeah.
Kravitz.
Lonnie Kravitz.
Lonnie
like
Kravitz.
Lenny is the Schwarzenegger.
Lonnie's
in the
more of a
Twins
name than Lanny.
scenario.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Lonnie Kravitz.
Lonnie Kravitz.
Often you can buy it at Kmart.
How much
Lanny's
would
not
it,
a name.
How much would it suck to
Lanny.
be Lonnie Kravitz? It's like, no, I'm
It
actually.
depends on how much side trim you get off of Lenny.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah,
That's
you
true.
play the cards you dealt.
Is it like
Yeah.
Charlie
Right.
Murphy style? 'Cause then it's not so bad.
Charlie Murphy's got it made.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's getting that runoff.
Oh yeah, we'll get
Runoff career, runoff pussy.
We'll get Lonnie Kravitz his sketch show someday. That'll be great. So you run down to this high school looking for him, and it's the first time that we really get to see, since the pilot, extended time between Hobbs and Trey.
Yes, I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so great.
Yeah, and well, I love their dynamic because, you know, Hobbs has been through the ringer. He's seen that, he's been through this so many times before, so close to the brass ring, and then it just crumbled. And as he said in the pilot, and I love that scene where it's like, I don't have another go around. This is
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so do you have this?
Yeah, yeah.
And you let him
yeah.
have it when you walked in that room. Like, hey, dangerous minds, time to pay the piper. I'm
Yeah,
like,
hey, dangerous
I wanted to reach through and high five you in that moment. I'm like, yes, take it to him.
Dangerous minds. Yeah, and he's got those weird kids.
Yeah, the four
Yeah,
horsemen.
yeah, the four
horsemen.
the
They're
three
great.
other horsemen.
Yeah, great. Shout
I
out
love
to
that
those kids.
he's a horseman as well. That's
He's
great,
a horseman,
you know?
yeah.
He's staying young.
Yeah.
Staying vital.
No, it reminded me of when I was in high school, there was one teacher, Mr. Polioni, who had a music club.
Yeah.
And it was just like the group of young intellectuals who he like handpicked to like follow and mold in his image.
be honest.
Ooh, that's gross.
Yeah.
Nerds, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
like huge
because
dorks.
part of the inspiration for this scene was like I had that teacher as well, and
Yeah.
I feel I was like, there was a certain kind of teacher who would recognize there were outcasts who needed a place to come eat lunch. And so they'd be like, we'll open up the computer lab and like you can come learn the program, you know. And so
See,
You'd be like,
I
was like you in high school. I was like you.
yeah, just hold on a little longer. You're gonna rule the world.
Yes.
See, I'd never seen Dangerous Minds, so for a hot second, I thought you were name-checking a blog that I read called Dangerous Minds, which this dude would have
You're so
totally
young.
read.
Oh, funny. Because is it about technology or is it
It's
about...
like technology and
heard of it, yeah.
politics
It's like
and
a boing
sex
boing
and
kinda
like
thing.
70s rock.
Okay.
and-
sort
yeah,
of
it's-
like that. It's like cool stuff.
yeah.
So it's a double meaning. It's internet and movie.
Yeah.
And Michelle Pfeiffer.
And Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Pow.
Gaboom. Yeah, that was an awesome scene. That guy rules.
Totally ruled. And then you have it out. You decide that ultimately it wasn't him. They trace the IP back to the pie shop or whatever, and you just drop the mic and walk out, right?
Yeah.
You're like, drop
Take
acid, drop out of school, take acid, drop out of school. Your parents are liars.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
unbelievable scene, start to finish.
Yeah, just I always think that when I'm in high school, just like this is a lie.
Right.
Get out of here. But that's not true. I don't think it's necessarily true. But I think Hobbs probably does.
That was not
yeah.
scripted. That was just from the heart.
That was
the
from my
mind.
heart. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
That was off
you
the
felt
cuff.
it. Well, I felt like when
Off the
we were,
dome.
I felt like it needed to be. I needed to just ruin my helplessly. I'm helpless at that moment.
Right,
yeah.
And I've totally embarrassed myself, so I had to get it back a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
why not tear into the children he's teaching?
way to go.
Crush their dreams
Yeah,
before
yeah.
you go. That's
Just destroy their reality.
When I heard you were coming on the show too, John, part of me was like, all right, I'm gonna set this up, so I'm gonna ask every line that I loved, how much of that was improv and how much was part of the script. So
It's mostly
got
part of
a
the
list.
script, but that
I've
was.
got a list. I'm
It's
not
usually at the end of something I will add something.
It's what's
But
called
it's,
a button. It's a technical term.
No.
Yeah, sometimes it's a little.
Yeah.
Calm lingo.
Yeah.
He had quite a few nice little choice bon mots in this episode, though. I think he
Yeah.
went off a little more, partly because it was so Hobbs heavy.
Sure.
But a lot of great stuff that stayed in there.
Yeah, and I love it was fun. It was just I love how Hobbs' relationship with Trey. It's really fun to play because Hobbs tells everything to Trey and is too forthcoming with information basically because
And wants it
he
to be
wants kiss-
reciprocated.
that's the way his way of kissing ass. in a
Yeah,
way.
yeah, sure.
That-
Let's
that's
get to
his
know
way of
each other.
bonding.
Let's
Like
bond.
I'm gonna tell you the most crazy shit. Can I say swear words? I'm sorry.
I mean, you can.
And you already have, so
Yeah.
just keep going with it. We'll slap an
but
explicit
not the
on
F.
this.
You know.
Matt likes
I was
doing a classy
conscientious.
cast.
Those are harsh and
Patrick
harsh.
likes
This is a
So-
classy
Yeah,
show.
I'm
It's
the
frowned
blue
upon.
collar.
Yeah.
Right.
Although I was the one dropping F-bombs
You did
last
kinda
time
lead the
by-
F-bomb
by accident. I don't know what happened.
Right.
I was off my game.
But he wants that to be reciprocated. I mean, how many times does he ask Trey? No, seriously, did she suck your balls? Like, I mean,
Yeah, that's
he
his,
really, he
because
wants
that's
it to
his
be a
main
two-way
way of bonding
Right.
is revealing too much information and
Yeah.
being
Right.
like, here I am, I'm naked before you, because that's the only thing that's real to him.
Yeah, it's also
and,
how he-
Trey is just like, listen, man, he's trying to cage him. You know, but he's also like, they love each other.
Yeah.
But Trey's a man on a mission. You know, the app means
Yeah.
so much to him that this is like do or die time.
Yeah.
If they get hacked and screw up their launch, it's over. So
Yeah.
he doesn't have a lot of time for Hobbs' shenanigans. So I mean, they make a great combination in that way.
Yeah, well, especially because their approaches to life, I feel, are so different. Because Trey still hasn't had that first big failure. He hasn't had the taste yet.
Right.
You know,
You can't even conceive of it, really.
Yeah, he's
Right,
he's 100% driven versus Hobbs, who I think is more guarded. Like I think, and that's why I think he does kind of overshare, and he goes a little bit too far in the way he lives and with his humor. And I think it's just he's trying to protect himself from being hurt, and it's why, especially, Brenda brings it out of him.
Yeah.
Because she is so very much the face of failure. The marriage that didn't work, and she
Yeah.
keeps pulling him back, and she let his cat die and freeze, and then came over and yeah.
And to me, Hobbs, he's more important than Trey. Hobbs thinks that he's more important than Trey, even though Trey is the linchpin, and Hobbs knows that, and he knows he has to placate him.
Yeah.
But to Hobbs, Trey is just sleeping his way to the top. And Hobbs,
Right.
Hobbs is real. Hobbs
wow.
is talent. He's
Yep.
raw. He isn't homeless. He is homeless. It's revealed, but I think part of that is his pride. His pride. He's kind of proud of that. He's like, you know what? I'm doing this.
Yeah.
He considers it to be by choice.
Yeah, he's like, Trey's a pretty boy. He gets it. Yeah, you need Trey. You need the Trey, but you know
need the
me.
face.
It's
Yeah.
kind of me. Yeah,
He works Citibank. I feel
Yeah,
like.
really. Yeah.
You're gonna walk with a little bit of swagger if you do that. I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, so Josh had told us in a previous episode that you and Natasha are pretty good friends IRL.
Yeah. We've known each other for a long time.
So what was that first scene when you introduced her? Like when you you go over after the Words with Friends exchange. I'm curious to see. Yeah, I mean, being that intimate, if you will, on screen. What was
with
it with a friend?
It was good that we were friends because if she was a stranger, it would have been weird. But it was totally chill. She was getting ready to do the James Franco roast.
Okay.
And so she was.
Yeah, that was like one of the best roasts in the last 10 years.
I mean, she's amazing. She's amazing.
She is.
Yeah.
And so I've known her for like 8 years, and I've always kind of like watched her do stand up and done shows with her, and been like, "Oh, you're a genius." So I was just like, she was literally just like, we were filming that scene, and action, you're making out.
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, "What do you think? How about Seth Rogen or whatever?" Trying out her roast jokes as we were like in between shoots. And it was hilarious, man. She's like totally rad, and she is so good on this show. Like,
I agree. She definitely went for it in that first scene when you guys met. And she was the reason to watch that New Year's Eve thing. I don't know if you happen to see this, but she was the reason. I watched the ball drop with her because Carson Daly's a master of keeping live television together, and she was standing next to Carson, and he was, trying to keep this organized chaos, and Natasha just kept derailing it. It was like, this is why I'm watching this show.
Yeah, Natasha's the real deal. Man.
Totally,
totally amazing.
A great guest for the show,
and a great actor. Like she's besides comedy, beyond comedy, she's insane. It's a really committed actress. But yeah, that said, that was a weird. It's weird.
I can imagine.
And I've had sex scenes with girls that before that I didn't know, and it was way weirder. It's always a non-erotic.
Sure.
Very much okay. Jesus Christ, fucking get this done, kind of thing, and it's terrible. It's not fun, and I'm naked so much in this show, and like no matter, I love it, and I don't really mind. Like if I was on stage, I don't mind being naked. But when it's just like over and over, like,
and it's like they call lunch and you're still just in boxers and everyone's eating pasta,
and I'm with like a girl or whatever. It's just off, and the crew's like, Johnny, I'm like, okay guys, come on,
It's true. The show opened they open on Hobbs with his shirt off, right, on the very first, then the pilot. It's right.
Yeah, it's a lot of me. But I saw that when I saw the pilot, I was like, oh man, I gotta start getting in shape,
And we were like, don't get in shape.
That's a positive outcome. Like I was like, oh man, I got to take care of myself.
Well, you could have just shown up on set and be like, I don't even know what happened. I got cut somehow.
You have that extra ab. It's so
Believe me,
weird.
I'm not shredded, but I can make my body funny. Even I can make myself pregnant. I can just make it. I can be really disgusting without being actually fat.
He's got moves.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got muscle control.
Advanced comedy techniques.
Sweet. All right, I just want to take a quick break real quick to talk about iTunes. Folks, thank you so much for listening to this podcast, reaching out to us on Twitter, on YouTube, on iTunes. We love doing it. We love supporting this show. We want to see it get a second season. And I know that you do too. So what can you do to help? Patrick and I, we do this show out of the love in our hearts. We don't get paid for it. But what you can do to help us out, you can go to iTunes. You can slap the show with a 5-star rating. It keeps the show highly searchable. It helps iTunes notice it. We made it to the front page of the podcast store over the Christmas holiday.
We did.
Very, very exciting. Yeah, and thank you to everyone who's new to the podcast. Welcome. But just giving us these ratings and these reviews, not only does it help us do our job better, it lets our bosses know that we're doing our job well, and it keeps the show searchable so other people can find it and support this great show. And hey, if you have friends who, you want to get into this show, but they're like, oh, I'm not an Amazon Prime subscriber. Here's a great thing. You can go to Amazon.com/free month, and you can get a free month of Amazon Prime. That's absolutely free. All you have to do is enter your information. You can cancel it at the end of the month, and you can have your friends totally enjoy all of betas. If you're somebody who, you watched it on their friend's computer and you want to be able to watch it yourself, Amazon.com/free month. Do it. You will not regret it. Plus, you get free 2-day shipping, which is pretty rad.
Amazon Prime is a great deal.
Yeah.
Free 2-day shipping. You get betas. You get all the TV.
Yeah.
That you need, and the drones aren't really happening.
Don't
worry about
that. That was just like
the drones.
I think that was a publicity.
That was just a waking nightmare. Yeah. That's a waking nightmare. That's not real.
Here's
Bezos.
what's gonna be normal drones. This is gonna be life.
Although, I really want the drones to happen because I want to see if they would actually be able to deliver to my place properly. Because I'm on a second floor garden apartment. I want to see it avoid the roof and land on the balcony.
They shred like a toddler's eye tissue.
Your packet got there on time.
Like the lawsuits
and we're not
alone.
getting a second season.
Daily. Sorry, Bezos.
Sorry, Jeff Bezos. Okay. So
Keeping it fun. We're doing it light.
Yeah,
It's
we're
light
keeping
fun.
Keeping it light, Bezos.
It's keeping it light.
So I want to talk about Mitchell and Mickey. So,
Please do.
Yeah. So okay.
Yeah.
So Hobbs has pilfered all of Mitch's addies to get through launch. You know, as you do, you have to. And he's just kind of bugging. You can sense something is wrong immediately. And he's making these nachos. He's just all over the place, which I totally related to.
You didn't like his keyboard skills?
I thought his keyboard skills were.
No, wait.
Yeah.
No, wait.
No, wait. No, wait. No.
I like that.
Yeah. What?
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry. You said something very low and sultry. I didn't want to miss it. Yeah.
Delicious in your
I was
ears.
just following along. Sorry.
Yeah.
no,
Okay. Yeah. That was like a molten chocolate cake of a voice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So he's bugging out. So Mickey's like, okay, we're gonna get you some Adderall. I'm gonna find somebody. And who should turn up? They go to this barbershop, and it's the woman that she was pictured with in Dane's apartment, her ex from her bi phase or her lesbian phase.
Bi-curious phase.
Bi-curious phase.
I don't really like labels, but for the sake of discussing it. Sure.
That she's still in.
Yeah, I don't I don't like labels, but for the sake of labels, this is a label.
It's one of those phases that's kind of gone on.
It's less of a phase and more of an act.
More of a lifestyle.
It's an act of life.
Yeah, hey, it's a modern world. We can be who we want to be, guys.
Yeah.
Love who you want to love.
Yeah. Does love have to be about anything anyway?
No, bodies are bodies, and we're all made of stardust.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
That's going to be in the show
Let the
description.
dust mingle. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Enid, her ex.
Yeah, Enid, her ex, and where did you shoot this scene here? Or did you shoot in San Fran?
We shot that in downtown LA, actually.
Okay.
And that's her comedy partner, Anna, right?
Yeah, Anna Conkle, the lovely
awesome.
Anna Conkle. She and Maya have a comedy duo together called Mana.
Okay.
Maya and Anna.
Sweet.
Very funny, surreal stuff. Check it out on the internet.
Nice.
On the net.
Yeah. So this episode, in many ways, it's Mitchell owning up to his crush on Mickey,
Yes.
and
Big moment.
Yeah, big moment, and her. I'm trying to figure out how to read her putting his arms around her on the scooter. She thinks it's sweet. She definitely likes him as a person very much, but I don't think it's an attraction thing. Certainly, the muscles I feel like are different.
I think he's still knocking on that door. Yeah, I don't think he's in there
Still
yet.
warming up a little bit. Warming her up.
Yeah, she's being awful tonight. It makes me, oh, God.
Awful to him? No.
Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Well, there was that scene. So they have that scene where they're on the park bench and they kind of get a little emotionally bulimic about their parents and the relationship
Right.
they had with them. And that bonded them a little.
I know.
That's when they're really.
Yeah, I think so
okay.
too. I thought it was a great moment. By the
Yeah.
way.
No, and it's
Love that
it's
scene.
the kind of conversations that you want to have with your friends that only come every so often. And it's again deepening the characters and getting really our first real glimpse into Mickey's past.
Absolutely, yeah. She's our sort of iciest, cold-hearted character, hard to get to know.
The iciest of queens.
Exactly, and so she's been really fun to play that way, but I think there's layers, and we see it especially in 109, which is dropping on Friday.
Yeah.
That is a
109.
heavy Mickey episode, and she's amazing in it.
Yeah.
The lovely Sandra Oh guest stars and is
Plays her mom.
yeah. And they're incredible in
Well,
it.
we
It's
got to meet
great.
the traveling mother then. That's
Indeed.
exciting.
And so this is our first mention of said mother
Right.
here, and this is a really emotionally kind of open and honest moment for Mickey. I think she's finally feeling comfortable, like she can tell Mitchell something about herself. And so in a way, his confession, I think it derails it a little bit. She's, if she is going to get with Mitchell, it's going to be kind of on her own schedule.
Sure.
And here she finds out he hacked the app, and it's obviously because he wants to match with her, and suddenly that puts that pressure on, and that pressure is what scares her.
Yeah. I think it definitely. I think you're absolutely right. I mean, you have to be because you made the show. But just
let me tell you why you're wrong.
We all made this show.
yeah. Evan,
Crossfire.
Yeah.
Bodies and bodies.
Evan, settle down. Let me explain this show to you, okay?
Pump the brakes a little bit.
No, you definitely felt it, but at the same time, she recognizes the size of that gesture, misguided as it was, and like that means a lot. It's not just like, he did her a favor, or he was trying to like make some kind of coincidence happen, like a meet cute or something stupid, like he would have maybe when he first met her.
Right.
It unfortunately it derailed the entire app and put all their careers in jeopardy. But
Go big, bro.
yeah, go big or go home. She respects
But it
it.
probably reveals his immaturity a little too, because as we would talk about in the writers' room, it's kind of like, well, what? Had he gotten a better match? Like, would she suddenly just be like dropping trowel, like, come get this, you know?
Right.
But he does think it would somehow make it.
let me
different.
ask
legitimize
Like she could
it,
I
right?
could show her like, oh, did
Hey,
you see this?
This
Yeah.
is science. Like, you can't argue with this. We're meant for
This
each
is
other.
Nash.
Yeah, I mean,
This
this
is-
is-
Let me ask the room a question. Have you ever, I don't know how much experience you guys have with online dating, but the weirdest thing in the world, I think, is when you find someone that you know on an online dating site and you see how compatible you are, especially if it's someone you don't know that well, but just like have met.
Especially if
went
it's
to college.
someone who's in your family.
That's the worst.
Oh
thing.
no,
My
I'm
sister.
100% compatible with
With cousin Jenny.
Yeah.
Oh snap.
my mom.
Yeah, with my mom. Wow, we have the same interests because she passed those interests on to me as a child.
Yeah.
She's still married to my dad, so why is she on Cupid? I don't know.
Yeah, why is she?
for
Hey,
men
whoa,
20
whoa!
years.
Let's don't be disgusting.
Why is she listed as available? This is not, not well. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It speaks to his maturity level. It wouldn't really change anything. I think he just wanted the thought to pop into her head organically, so that he doesn't have to come out and say, "Will you go out with me?"
Yeah, he doesn't have to make the move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he's protecting himself. So by episode's end, you know, he's made this announcement. Nash has smoothed it all out with Trey and is leaving his name out of it, which is fantastic. And he's able to move on and take these addies that he got. So everything's back to normal.
He's got those sweet addies and everything's cool.
For Mitchell. For Hobbs,
Yeah.
the trouble is just beginning.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a downward spiral.
Oh yeah, we didn't even mention the boob punch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
around the world.
so then I'm being bothered by the aforementioned gigantic man, handsome model
Handsome
guy
horse collar.
with a 9-pack, and he tries to horse collar me, I believe, again, and I kind of miss. I go to punch him, I miss him, and I punch this lovely lady in the left. tit.
Right in the
Yes.
left tit. And so I questions
left.
about this.
Right
What, did
in
she
the
have
left.
Right in the
protection?
left.
Did you
Yeah,
really
she did, and
connect?
she was really nice, and I had to end up punching her about like 20 times.
Did you throw a
and,
real
Did you
good haymaker?
apologize between each one? I'm
No,
sorry.
I didn't really throw a punch. Like I didn't throw my fist, but I definitely put like undue pressure on her breast. So it's not
like-
pleasant. No, it was not pleasant. I'm sure.
It's like slow swing and then just
yeah,
holding it there.
but she had very
And
much.
cut.
She had quite a bit of padding on.
great.
Not that she needed it, and she was very cool about it.
And we had a stunt coordinator, so I think there was a limit on the amount of times you could punch her in the breast.
And
Right?
it was right
Yeah.
at that 20. You
Yeah.
got
Yeah,
all
and I was
20
trying to
punches
get
in.
the
nailed it,
exact,
though.
Yeah.
the exact
Yeah.
face I needed to make, which
Was
is the
she-
craziest.
And the face is
face.
so good.
It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Was
Yeah,
she
well,
a stunt woman? Was this a stunt breast or was
No,
this...
she was just a cool extra. That was
Okay.
very nice.
Very cool.
Very nice. And a great story
But there was
for
like
her.
a combat expert,
Oh, okay.
on set, sort of.
Yeah.
teaching you the
All right,
stage
dude.
combat.
Yeah,
I'm the
really
most confident
intense.
guy on set. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Yeah. Okay, sweet.
Well, did
So
you want to touch too on that, like when he finds out that that his Newman is now engaged
Yeah.
to Natasha?
which is a
yeah.
big
Right.
deal.
Yeah.
And he didn't tell him, proving once and for all that he's a ruiner, even though he's got like this new agey like forgive all, forget all kind of thing going. I feel
Yeah.
like he took up juicing at some point since you last saw him.
Making juices?
Yeah.
Or,
I mean
yeah.
that goes with Brenda's hair.
Oh yeah, he's definitely raw.
Definitely.
Yeah,
He's a raw guy.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's just I'm a guy that I'm resentful of, and I think I leave that he tries to hug me. Actually, he tries to physically counter me, and I'm just like, get the f away.
He's trying to put that water under the bridge, and you are not having it.
No, it's troubled.
But there's also a telling little moment there between he and Brenda where she says, why the fuck do you think I moved to Oakland? And he's like, baby! And so you get the sense that this isn't a great match either.
No.
And they just hooked up, right? Hobbs
Yeah,
was just in
3
her
weeks
house,
ago.
right?
Yeah.
Brenda's clearly using this guy. So
Well, that's
I
how Brenda is with everything.
Yeah. So I feel like I feel a little bad for Giancarlo at the same time. He's kind of a rube here.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But I feel
He
worse.
bought the rock. I mean,
Well, like what Hobbs' entire relationship with Brenda was just her going, I can't believe you wearing sweatpants. Oh. So that's her. Yeah, she's
No, and then
Bad person.
after that, you're like, so wait, but does that mean we're gonna stop hooking up? Like,
right.
and
Yeah.
we don't know for sure. I mean, I don't know. I
lovely
feel like,
moment from Natasha there, though.
Yeah,
where
And
she
you
just
get
get-
this
yep.
where she's basically like, "Don't screw this up for me."
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And
yeah.
It's evil, but also vulnerable. She did a great job of walking that line.
Yeah.
It was so brutal because he just finishes reading all of the emails, which is just a glutton for punishment.
And that's when I really get destroyed. Yeah, because I read all I searched my name, right?
And it's like loser is the subject of 17 emails.
I love that scene too. That's good. Yeah.
Paul Giamatti. I was hurting for you.
You know, I think it's a shame because I have more of a Paul Giamatti face without the beard.
Yes.
Because Giamatti
You're a little obscure,
is not a beard guy.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
You're
sure.
Cinderella Man, Paul Giamatti.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
I have big eyes like Giamatti.
He's a highly respected actor. He's very
But
good.
it was
And
that.
a lovely human being.
Great
I would
actor.
say.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was that, and then Trey beating the shit out of you verbally, and then you walk outside, and then this whole scene with Natasha is just rough for Hobbs.
It's rough. Well, that's really the beginning of my official
rough
down
times,
spiral. Of
as
like,
we see
whoa,
in the next
everything's
episode.
going insane.
Yeah, in 106, that spiral continues, obviously. But
Yeah.
I love how he does bounce back rather quickly, though, at the bar. You know, he's throwing up a toast to Trey.
Yeah.
He's Hobbs. I feel like this is kind of how life's been going for a few
Well,
years.
I feel like on some level his ability to sink into denial has been his biggest defense.
He compartmentalizes, and that's how people end up homeless. They're compartmentalizing.
Yeah.
Basically, like information in their mind, and they're going like, "Well, I've got this," and so since he's in the room with Trey, he's just like, "This is a great moment." He's in the moment, and he completely puts all that out of his mind, and he ends up burning his cat.
Burn the pussy. Burn the pussy.
Oh, poor Ray Katzwile. We'll get
Yeah.
into that in the next podcast. I just want to touch on really quickly before we wrap up. So Nash is frantically trying to recode the app this episode, and we meet a new character.
We do.
So
Joanne.
Joanne, Trevor's mom.
Stacey Travis,
Yeah,
the best.
she's wonderful, and she's got this very weird vibe with Nash before she reveals that she's a Reiki healer, where I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna seduce him. She is gonna seduce him.
I did too. That's funny. I thought
Spoiler
it was gonna go down. I was like, that did.
Oh my God, is
Yeah.
this about to, what is he gonna do in response? Does this set off the, anyway, she didn't, but
Well, he's getting sexually ping-ponged all over the place here.
oh yeah,
Yeah. He
Everyone-
just wants to
bit.
fix his chakras, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all loving intention.
And like Trevor makes sense once I met the mother. I'm like, okay, I got it.
Trevor, don't be an a-hole.
I got it.
Give him some pie.
Makes complete sense.
And Trevor continues to just be the lamest.
Yeah.
Oh, love
I'll make some
Trevor.
I'll make some guacamole. I can make guacamole. That's my favorite Trevor.
I hope that guy goes on
It's
to
really
do a
funny.
lot of big things because he's
Mark
fantastic.
is so great, man.
So
He's
good.
really
Okay,
funny.
man.
Yeah.
Weirdest energy.
So is Paul Walter Hauser. Really.
Yeah, really.
Their choices are so weird and specific.
Those guys murdered it.
Yeah.
Best roommates we could have found.
Totally.
Yeah, they're a great little clan, those three,
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, they work really well together. Thankfully, though, it kind of this Reiki healing did kind of heal Nash. He was very relaxed about this hack thing once he
got
figured it out. Yeah, he loosened up. He was not freaking out about it. He was just, hey man, you know what? I understand it. I get it. You don't have to worry about a thing. And I'm shocked that Mitch wasn't more like, what happened to you? On some level.
Excellent point.
Like, I've known you for a little while. This is not normal. But
Well, I think Nash too. You know, he wants to have friends and connect with these guys,
Yeah.
and it's just hard for him. And so this is a moment where he can do something really tangible and like do like a favor for Mitchell that will bring them closer.
Yeah.
And I think
Soft power.
Yeah, I think that's he grasps that. You know,
I
because
like
it's-
that term.
Yeah.
Soft power.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also like that term, grasping.
Yeah.
Good
Who
term.
doesn't love a good grasp?
Who doesn't love to grasp some soft power?
Yeah.
And then turn
Yeah.
it into hard power.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
And that turns
Boom.
into groping.
Yeah.
It does. It turns into hard power in episode 7. I don't know.
I don't know. Just a quick note: we got an iTunes comment this week that was asking why we're a bit behind this season, and we do apologize. We're doing our best to catch up. We're doing 2 shows a week. We're doing 2 shows next week, 2 shows the following week, and then we will be doing the season finale as its own episode. We're very excited about that. But this delay, of course, is to make sure that we have the best experience possible, getting multiple guests per episode. And we're really excited with how it's turning out, and thank you guys for sampling it. I think we should wrap up this episode unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about.
I can't wait to get into the next episode.
I know there's
I
so
just
much to
can't.
discuss.
Yeah,
a
it's
doozy.
2014, and We're doing more episodes.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Patrick Dees, where can the people
can't see
find
my
you
wink,
online?
can they?
People can find me online at P to the D's. I'm also on iTunes. I've got a podcast about the video games called Pixel by Pixel, so find me there.
All right, Evan Endicott, where can the people find you?
I am at Notorious EJE on Twitter.
And Jon Daly, where can the people find you?
I am at Jon Daly, JonDaly, on Twitter, and also in the movie Secret Life of Walter Mitty, which is in theaters.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Yes.
Which is great. Go see it.
And you can find me on Twitter at Matt Lieberman. That's MattLieberman. You can also find me here on AfterBuzz TV on the Almost Human, Sleepy Hollow, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after shows. Here on the Betas after show, I got new shows starting this month. We got
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was on the lot right next to Betas.
Oh, really?
Culver City.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. I'm doing Banshee, I'm doing Helix, I'm doing Sherlock on the 19th, True Detective on the 12th. New shows coming up all the time, so please tune in. Thank you all so much, and we will see you for the next episode.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.